Hello and welcome or welcome back to Yarn Tea and Books. My name is Tasha, and along with my husband, we are the humans behind Frogget Yarns, Hand-Dyed Yarns, and Mobile Yarn Truck. So welcome if you are a new viewer, and welcome back to all my returning viewers. I'm happy to be back with you again this week with another little catch-up episode. This is the second episode I filmed this week. I had to film ahead for next weekend's episode because we will be on vacation. So that is done and just needs fine-tuned and uploaded. But what can you expect in this week's episode? A little bit of WIP progress, some shop news, some book chat, tiny little life update, and that's it. So let's start with Mugwatch. For Mugwatch, I have a brand new mug this week. This cute little sheepy mug. This was a pre-order. This is by Golden Earth Designs. The sheep is only on this side. There's nothing on the back. I have a few of her mugs and a couple of, not weeks, maybe a month and a half ago, she had said that she would do a pre-order for just those mugs, and it would be like a 6 to 8 week pre-order. And she left it open, I think, for almost 2 weeks. I forgot about it and then realized, oh yeah, I want to see if the pre-order's still open. It was. I think I got in on like the last day or the day before the last day, and it arrived, and I'm in love with it. So that's our mug this week. I am having an Earl Grey. My regular chai blend is low, and they haven't shipped my order yet, even though I ordered it on Sunday. So we'll see. I don't know what I'll take on vacation if my tea is not here. Anyway, that's our Mugwatch. There are no finished objects this week. It was a busy week with dyeing and trying to get ahead of everything to take the week off. So we'll move right into WIPs. And there's a little bit of progress on my socks. Let's see. These are socks that I'm making for future daughter-in-law. My oldest son's girlfriend, Emily, she picked out the colors. This is our merino fingering base, and this color is Snow on the Pines, and then the contrast color is Monstera. And I think I've added 1 or 2 safety pin or bulb pins. So I put these in every 10 rows. And I'm planning to do 80 rows on her leg just because she is very tall. So I feel like her socks need to be taller. She's got very long legs. So I'm going to do 80 rows and see how that looks. But that is her socks. I have not started on the other one. What I'll do is when this one is to the heel, I will put this one aside, cast on the other one, work that one to the heel, and then do the heels at the same time. So, yeah. And this is one of the projects that I'll be taking on vacation because it is perfect for being in the car, perfect to just pick up and put down at the beach. And it is living in my Shannon's Fun bag. This was our bags from our Frog and Toad anniversary box. So that's WIP number 1. WIP number 2, and the one that got the most love, is my Grove shawl. So this is a shawl by Sarah Opie. I think she's S Knits on Instagram. And so it starts here. And this is the color Tea Rose. I am using our brand new Yak DK base, which will release this fall. Then we fade into our second color. It is Rosewood. I think I was kind of here the last time, so it's gotten a lot of love. I've faded into, and I'm starting to fade out of the third color, this darker color, which is mahogany. And I just have one little stripe of my fourth color, which is Victoria Street. So that's going to be the whole middle of the shawl. So this will have the largest block of color. It's not at its full width yet. So I still have, I think, 10 more stitches to increase. So it's going to just get a little bit wider. And then that fourth color will be the whole middle of the shawl. And then we will fade back out to the other end. So that has gotten the most love this week, just because, again, it's been easy to pick up and put down. And I've just been plowing through books, and yeah. This is living in one of my Mabel bags, which is, she makes bags out of repurposed old quilts. So those are the only two things that I've worked on this week. Like I said, we've been busy in the studio. We've been busy dyeing up the August Club so that I can get them out before we leave. And yeah, so it's just been those. And that's the only two that I'm going to take on vacation. Because as much as I like to think that I'm going to get so much done on vacation, I never do. So I'm going to take the sock and I'm going to take the shawl, and that is it. I have toyed with the idea of taking my wheel. That's my last whip. Since I finished my first braid of my sweater spin, I have started my second braid. That's close. So this is 100% Cormo wool from Lair of the Llama. And I am spinning for a sweater. So this is my electric eel wheel 6.1. And again, I thought, maybe I'll take that along and spin, but I probably won't. So, yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. I know that if I take it, I probably won't even touch it. And then it's just going to take up space in the car. Yeah, I think I'll just take my knitting and an extra book and call it done. So that is it for whips. And that'll take us into shop news. For shop news, I did want to let you know that the August Club is still going strong. You can still get your order in. For August, we are reading Green Teeth by Molly O'Neill. That's also our color inspiration. I will show you the charm, but they are sold out. The charms are gone. So this is our charm for August. This beautiful, what is it called? Water lily on a lily pad with the vines. And then on the back, there's a tiny frog. But they are gone. I packed up all the orders that we have currently. All of the wholesale orders are dyed, and all of the retail orders that I received up to Tuesday are dyed, packaged. If you placed an order, you probably got an email yesterday saying it was shipped. The label was printed. Everything is packed up. And I just need to take it to the post office, which I will do on Friday. So Friday, all of your orders will go out, but you still have until July 31st to place your pre-order if you want the yarn. You can still get the yarn. You can pick your base. You can get it with a mini, without a mini. It doesn't matter. Just know that none of those will be dyed and sent until we get back. We don't get back until August 3rd. And there will probably be no dyeing on that Monday, just because I'll have to do a bunch of life stuff to get caught up, groceries, and it's a 9-hour drive home. So Tuesday, I'll be back in the studio, August 4th. So all of the orders that come in for club will be dyed then and sent out. But you can still get it. It's a beautiful color. It's a fun color. Yeah, so that's that. Again, book charms are sold out. They were popular this month. Kelsey did a great job, as always, and they're gone. So, yeah, we talked about that. Next week's podcast will not be this format. I filmed it yesterday. Today is Thursday, by the way, July 24th. I filmed next week's podcast, the one that will air while we're on vacation, yesterday, because I had a special idea in mind. So that will air August 2nd. And then when I come back to you the weekend after that, I'll give you an update on vacation and I'll reveal the club colorway, which will actually be revealed on August 1st. But yeah. So I think that's it for shop news. I am not going to shut down the website while we're gone. We have on there, you know, a pretty wide shipping window, just because that helps us accommodate when we're at shows. So we would still be well within that window. So yeah, you feel free to place any orders you want. Get your club orders in. I cannot get any more charms, so that's why I say, if you think you want a charm, get them early. Get your orders in early. They don't sell out every month, but most months. In fact, last month's, I think there's only one left. Yeah, most months they do sell out. This month they sold out quickly. Excuse me. So, but you can still get the yarn, and the yarn is just as beautiful. I think that's it for shop news. There's not a lot going on, other than we're just prepping the trailer for our upcoming show in August. Our first show of the fall is the Michigan Fiber Festival in Allegan, Michigan. It's a 3-day show. It requires us being gone for like 6 days. It's a long show. Yeah, so that's just what we've been prepping for. We have one little round yet to do of dyeing for the trailer. I finished the first advent, so our 24-day Fourth Wing inspired Dragon Rider Academy advent. I finished the last color on Tuesday. The last mini color. I still have to do the full-size skein, but I already know what that looks like in my head. So yeah, all 24 regular minis are dyed. I am happy with all of the colors. I'm happy with the placement, the order. Yeah, it's so good. So even though pre-orders have closed for those, there are going to be extras for sale after we ship all of the pre-orders and after I know that they've all been delivered safely. Then all of my extras will go on sale and they'll be ready to go. They'll already be boxed up. All I have to do is pop a label on it and send it out. So there will be a few extras. There will not be many. Yeah, but I'm very happy with the way that one's looking. So on to the next one, which I think will be the Charlie Brown one, which I'm also excited for. I'm having trouble getting the base that I need from my closer distributor. So I may have to get it from a different distributor. I have a backup distributor and it's the same base, so there won't be any difference, but kind of annoyed. But anyway, that's not your problem. That's it for shop news. Let's move on to book chat. For book chat, I did want to say that I was listening to the graphic audio version of Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I've got my little tabs in there. This is all my color cues and where they are in the book. This, I'll say it again. I loved it the first time I read it, which I read it for the first time back in January when it came out. And I loved it even more, just as much, even more the second time. The graphic audio version really hits differently because it's not like the regular narrated version, you know, where it's just being read to you. And yes, they, you know, they intone the feeling and emotion, but it's different when it's acted out. This one hit hard, especially the ending. It hit hard. I mean, I cried when I read it with my eyeballs, but hearing it acted out, it hit hard again. And it was so, so good. I will forever claim that this series so far, I know we only have 3 books. I know we're due 2 more. This series, the Empyrean series, will probably forever remain my top 5 series of all time. That's how much I love it. So, finished that. And that was good to finish. I finished it on the last day that I was dying that Advent. So, that felt really good. I was in a good headspace for that one. I started The Enchanted Greenhouse by Beth Durst. I am a little over 100 pages in, and I'm loving it. It's giving me the same feels that I got from her first book, The Spell Shop. And this is a standalone. You do not have to have read The Spell Shop to read this. Yeah, it's giving me all the good feels. This will definitely be a vacation read. I thought I would finish it this week, but I got caught up in a new audiobook, and I'll tell you about it. I was scrolling. So after I was done with Onyx Storm, was looking through my audiobook library, and I'm like, what do I want to listen to next? I know I'm still kind of in the middle of the 3rd book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and that's fine. I have that story memorized, so I don't feel the need to binge it. So I was looking for something new to listen to. And I had on my list a book called The Wolf King. And I'll pop a picture of the book cover here. I do not have a copy of the book yet. I did order it this morning because I finished it. I started it and finished it in like 3 days. It was that good. So it's called The Wolf King by Laura Palphreyman. You guys. So this was suggested. It was like an Audible suggestion based on what I had listened to in the past. So I looked it up, did a little sleuthing, and everyone that listened to the audiobook said the man who narrates the main male character. So it's duet. So duet is the female narrator does all the female parts, and the male narrator does all the male parts. That's how it was for the Plated Prisoner series that I listened to. That was duet. This one is not like that. So for this one, the female narrator is doing all of the lady parts plus other men, and the male narrator is just doing the one main male character. But he's Scottish. I'm talking, Brian, I love you. Toes curling Scottish accent. It's so, so good. I devoured this book. It was like a 13-hour audiobook. I've devoured it. I finished it this morning. It ended on a cliffhanger. I've already got the second one downloaded to start. Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very good. Yes. There is some spice, so I'll just pre-warn you, there is some spice. This is it's a fantasy, but they are wolf shifters. So we've got a human girl who gets kidnapped by a wolf shifter and is taken back to his lands, his part of the country. And, you know, obviously there's a battle and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of political intrigue. There's a lot of stuff happening in the background that they're feeding you breadcrumbs until it all kind of balloons at the end. And you're like, oh, like definitely the long game is played and we're only halfway there. I don't know if it's going to be, there's 2 books out. I'm not sure if it's going to be a trilogy. I can't find any information. If I do find something, I'll pop it right here if it's going to be a duology or a trilogy. But the audiobook is phenomenal. Even if you just listen for the Scottish accent. It's very good. So that's The Wolf King. I just finished that this morning. And yeah, I'll be starting the second book, which is called The Night Prince, probably today. I would like to get further in this. I would like to get back into this is a fast read, right? It's cozy fantasy, so there's low stakes. It's just kind of for the vibes and the good story, and it's very heartwarming. So I'm at chapter 11, so I want to get back into this. And that's it for what I've been reading. I did want to share my August book picks so far. I'm feeling very what do I want to say? What's the word that I want to say? I'm feeling very hopeful for August. I've got 4 picked out. So the first one obviously is our August book pick, Green Teeth. This has been on many TBRs. I definitely want to read this because the next one, and I think the last one, comes out in August. So this is To You at the Altar. This is book 3 of the Tomes and Tea series. And this again is cozy fantasy, but I absolutely love this one, this series. I've chosen The Ogress and the Orphans by Kelly Barnhill. She's the author who wrote The Girl Who Drank the Moon, which I absolutely love. So this is middle grade. Yeah, so I've picked that. And then the last one that I've picked so far is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Brigitte Knightley. This was one of the books in my Allurial book box, which is the new book box by Book of the Month. And it's all fantasy romance books. So this one just looks fun. It sounds like, I don't know, like a comedy fantasy. I don't know. It's a beautiful edition with the edges. I think it's based on fanfic. I don't know. I kind of want to go into it not knowing much. It just looks fun. It looks like a fun read. It's not very big at all. I think we're talking just over 300 pages. Let's see. Yeah, 360 pages, so that'll be quick. I have a few more on my radar. We'll see how we go. I like to start with 4 to 5, see how I'm feeling. If I blow through those, then obviously I can add more. It's not a big deal. And that's it for book chat. That's what I want to try and read through in August. That doesn't ever count my audiobooks because I just kind of pick them at random. Sometimes I pick an audiobook that I have the physical copy of so that I can read as I'm doing other things. I have really fallen in love with audiobooks. So I'm glad that I tried those. If you can train your brain to do that, you can get so much done. I mean, I can sit and knit for 2-3 hours and just have my audiobook on. It's lovely. Go for a walk, fold the laundry. It's perfect for when I'm in the studio by myself. I'm just dyeing the yarn and getting my book in. So I am very, very happy that I gave it a shot, and that it worked out well. So that will take us into life news. There's not a lot of life news. The eye is better. There is a tiny, I don't even know if you can see it. There's the barest hint of bruising still left, but the eye itself is okay. Sorry about that. Mr. Frogget called and I thought that I ended it, but it answered. Anyway, I think I stopped when I was talking about my eye. The eye is healing fine. The gas bubble is gone, so I can see just fine. There's some, I guess, extra, I call them floaters, still kind of bobbing around, which is normal. There's probably still some lingering, bits of probably blood just floating around, but it's nothing that's impeding vision. So that's all good. And I don't see him again until the middle of August for my 1 month checkup. So happy about that. We leave Sunday, this coming Sunday, for our vacation. I'm very, very excited. And I know I said last week that I was hoping we could take our bikes, and Mr. Frogget did a test fit. And if he takes the front wheels off of our bikes, which is very easy, he can get both bikes in the back of my car along with our luggage. So yeah, so they'll both fit. So I'm very excited about that. We get to take our bikes, which is the main thing that we love to do when we're down there. And it's funny because my mom called last night to check in, and the first thing she said was, "Are you able to take your bikes?" And I said, "Yes, Mom, we can take our bikes." So that was good. And that's it. That's it for life news. Yeah, it'll just be amazing to get away, to have a week of just full relaxation before fall season ramps up. So yeah, I will undoubtedly take pictures, maybe some videos. Maybe I'll put together a small little video of our adventures. I'll still be posting for the most part. I'll still be revealing, August color when it comes time. So you're never truly away from work when you own your own business. I am obviously not going to be able to send packages, and there won't be any dyeing. And I probably won't worry about emails unless it's something urgent. If it's just messages, I'm probably going to ignore them, because you just have to take the time to shut it off and have boundaries. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good time. So that's going to be it for this week. It's a short one, folks. Thanks so much for all of the comments on last week's video when I said about, leaving a comment, let's chat. There were so many comments. I love chatting with you guys in the comment section. I love hearing about what you're working on, what you're reading, what you're thinking about casting on next. And so many of you left comments and shared what you're up to, and, what your projects are and what you're reading. And thank you so much. I love that. So that's going to do it. That's this week's episode. So, excuse me. Frog in my throat. Yeah. Let's do this again next week. So please remember to take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I'll see you back here next week, same time, same place, with a very special, fun episode. And until then, happy making. Bye.